Cyberpunk 2077. It's all the buzz right now. It's the hypest game of the year. It's the game that is going to revolutionize gaming forever. So, how is it? It's a very good game. Now, just to give my credentials, I am playing on a i9 and a 1080. So, that's what I'm running at. And it's been a pretty smooth 60 FPS. I've been running medium to low settings through most things and some high settings. However, it's pretty smooth 60 FPS and everything looks really good. It's a really great looking game and it runs pretty smoothly except for the bugs. Just frame rate wise, it's fine. It runs smoothly on, of course, these specs. And I've heard that it just doesn't work on some consoles, but these are things that can be fixed, technical things. What's really important here is the meat of the game. Stuff away from the plethora of bugs, which yes, I have experienced. Some of them funny, some of them required me to load my previous saves, which I think I did about a handful of times throughout my entire 50-hour playthrough, where I played the main quest and then also did side quests. So, what do I think about the game? From just a narrative perspective, it's a pretty well-written story. It carries over CD Projekt Red's signature well-written world and well-crafted dialogue. I did not think it was as well-written as The Witcher, but by no means was it poorly written. It was still a very well-written game. I think the most standout part about Cyberpunk is this world. Night City is the most immersive video game city that I've ever seen. The population density, the detail, every corner just so intricately crafted. It's large enough to whereas you can feel how ginormous the city is without it being too overbearing. It's a very well-crafted space. And you can really tell all the hard work that's gone into designing this world. The only issue is that there's not a lot of stuff to do. What I would have liked is, of course, they could always add this later, more theaters to go to, grocery shops, or like barbers, and just places to go to make the city feel like, you can actually do stuff. It's a brilliantly designed space. I just wish that there was more things that you can do in this completely just jaw-droppingly fantastical and wonderful open world. The story is pretty good. There's good written characters. The one minor gripe that I have is about V, its character. I didn't quite connect myself into V's character as much as I thought I would. And I felt like a pre-written character like Geralt was just... he felt a lot more staple, rather than V is his dialogue is a little bit generic and pandering to all the possible backstories that you could have chosen, which makes sense. There's a lot of dialogue in this game, so, if they needed to tailor a specific personality of V to every single one of the backstories, that would have taken ages. So, of course, there's some overlap. But I just thought that maybe instead of a character that you're supposed to insert yourself into, a pre-written, well-developed character could have maybe served better, but it's a minor gripe. V is still... it's fine. He serves his role. It's just that I think that a pre-written character would have felt better. The story itself goes on about 25 hours. That's how long I played before I finished the main quest. But let me tell you, the main juice of Cyberpunk comes into the plethora of side quests that really just fleshes out this world as something that's believable and real. The side quests are very good, and they introduce you to a lot of characters that are, once again, very well written, and you do really cool stuff in the side quests. Not to say that the main quest isn't cool, but the part that I really felt like I got my money's worth and was immersed into this world was through the side quests. Now, Cyberpunk, I think, is an amazing open world experience, but as an RPG, it's just a very passable RPG. The systems, they're not too great. All the skill trees, they really just tweak and modify stats, which isn't amazing. In an RPG, you kind of want new abilities, which you can get through cybernetic enhancements, getting double jumps, entering berserk mode, mantis blades, and gorilla fists, and all that. But the mantis blades and gorilla fists and the double jump, those feel great. There's some things like berserk mode that just feel a little janky with its abilities. Like, it's when you jump and land, you're supposed to do damage, but then the animation's just weird, and it's not. There's some sound files that feel like that they should be there. It's just that the combat doesn't have quite the factor, the impact that really great combat does. That boils down to sound design and actual design, visual design of the movements in combat. But again, it's passable. It works. There's a nice variety of guns. I just wish that there were even more creative and unique guns. The power, tech, smart. Those are the 3 types of weapons, which is great, but I think that there still could have been more diversity apart from just that. There's also the progression system, which is a lot like loot shooter. You kill stuff and you get flooded with loot and you equip them. And that's just that. You equip them for stats. I really wish there was a transmog system, because a lot of the times in this playthrough, you look completely out of whack. You would have like a bandana and then a face mask and then a weird... nothing matches if you're just doing it for loot, and I didn't really like that. I just wish that there was a transmog system to adjust how you actually look. And also, the crafting and upgrade system, the material balancing is completely out of whack. You can't really infuse up a weapon that you like to the current power that's available to you, which really does blow. I think on that front, that's a real shortcoming of the game. But still, I have to stress that this is one amazing open world experience with really nice writing, really nice characters, voice acting, graphics. It is mind-blowing. And as an RPG, it's just okay. But still, I think this game has met and in some ways even exceeded my expectations a little. And I'm very happy to say that Cyberpunk 2077, once the patches are ironed out, is a very good game. Anyways, that's what I thought about Cyberpunk 2077. Please feel free to let me know about what you thought about the game. But yeah, that's it for me this week. Have a great day.